forgot my earrings. Anyways, so in this video I'm gonna try to talk a little faster because I know naturally I talk slow and I have a hard time processing my thoughts and putting them into words. So I'm gonna try my best to pick up the pace a little bit, if you know what I mean. I wrote down a few things, that way I'm able to stay on track of what I wanted to say, what I've said already. I'll start off with how round 2 went for me. It wasn't too bad physically. I didn't get that many side effects. It was more on the emotional side, spiritual side. So I was thinking, why is there a delay? Why does it seem like a detour? I am happy to say that I don't think of this as a delay anymore. I'm just thinking I'm just taking this as a time to appreciate the little things, in a way, kind of like romanticize life and just to build my character in that way. But I'll get into that a little bit later. I just want to share the medical side, I guess, to it. So my third chemo had been delayed due to my insurance. It hadn't been cleared for my last 2 chemos, meaning like the claims weren't paid out. My last 2 rounds weren't paid out, and so they didn't want to proceed with doing the third one if I couldn't pay out the other 2. So that my third chemo had been delayed for over a month now, which also tested my faith because I knew I was doing okay. I knew that delaying it wouldn't be too bad because the mass has gone down by a lot. What was not terrifying, but what was worrisome was the fact that it's so expensive. So I was just fearing that it wouldn't be paid out. So like I said, my faith was tested. I had to pull myself together and believe that God would come through for me, because He knows what I need, and I obviously need those drugs. So obviously I'm doing the best that I can on my side. I'm drinking my teas. I'm trying not to take too much sugar in, because that is said to feed the cancer cells, like they feed off of sugar. So I'm trying my best on my side. I just had to trust God to come through for me in that way financially, because it was honestly completely out of my hands. There is nothing I could do with about that. So yeah, that's something that had tested my faith during this whole month, over a month. So yeah, my third chemo had been delayed, but now it's going to be Thursday the 17th. And so I feel like I'm ready, but I am a little scared that the side effects will come again, or not come again, but be stronger as they were the first time, just because it's been over a month of me not getting chemo. So we will see about that, and I'll let you know on the next update about that. But now getting to the spiritual side of things. So yeah, I went back and forth about sharing this, because back then, or even till now, I sometimes think like, if people are doing good, like, they don't need God, but that is the wrong way of thinking. I just threw something in the trunk. Yeah, so that's the wrong way of thinking. Like, everybody needs to hear the gospel. Everybody needs God, whether you're doing good or bad. in life. And so I'm gonna share what I feel like the Lord was telling me throughout this whole time, and just things that I've come to realize, I guess. So I realized that maybe that job that I wanted was not meant for me right now. I mean, obviously, right? Because I didn't get it, or yeah, I'm in a totally different state of mind now. Maybe that door was shut for my safety, for my protection. I know it's crazy or silly to say, but that's how I feel. I feel like maybe God is building up my character first, in order to maybe later on be in that position that I wanted to be in the accounting industry. So there's that. And also, I mean, there's more to life than just having a successful career and having a beautiful house. So I just feel like He's using this time to not slow me down necessarily, but to realize what's important in life, appreciate the little things, and also maybe to romanticize life as well. I feel like also in some way my spirit had been wanting this in a way, for the longest time, but maybe I was like neglecting it, and so it just feels natural to me now to be able to pray. I mean, it's still hard some days to pray. Sometimes I'm like, Lord, open my mouth to pray, because it is hard at times to pray what needs to be prayed about, I guess. So yeah, I just feel like maybe I'm being transformed, and this isn't the first time that I guess felt this way. It all started back in college. If you know, you know. I had gotten baptized, and I gave my life to Christ. I became a Christian. But ever since then, I hadn't really been about God. And so I think that is my destination right now. In order to navigate through life, navigate through this journey. Because even when I applied for that job, I think I had already, how do you say? I had accepted what my lifestyle was going to be. You know, like working, gym, taking care of my baby. But I didn't really make that much time for God, if that makes sense. So I feel like He is taking advantage of this time, in order for me to grow spiritually, and He's every day revealing to me who He is. I'm not saying that I have Him all figured out. I'm just saying that I'm willing to learn who He is, and I am surrendering all that I have to Him. And I just feel like He's preserving me during this time as well, because there were some days, honestly, after round 2 of chemo, that I kind of pitied myself. And I didn't complain to people. I just complained in my mind. I don't know if I should share my complaints, but I complain about, like, I have a toddler, like, why should I be going through cancer, or why do I feel all alone, or like, why now, why haven't I started my career, just things like that. But now I just feel at peace knowing that he knows best, and that he is molding me into what I need to be right now, who I need to be right now, in order for what's to come. So I just feel like day by day my mindset is changing. I'm feeding my spirit with his word. I am realizing who he is. He's many things. I mean, he's the captain, the foundation, the pioneer. He is the king. He is my shepherd. He's my physician. He's just everything, and he's everywhere. So I know it's confusing to see that, but I know that it's true, and so that's why I'm not, like, scared to share this. I mean, obviously I know some people might think, what is she talking about, or she's delusional. But this is just what I feel. This is what I've experienced, and it's not just now. Like I said, it goes back to my college days. Yeah, that's a little update about that. All in all, I think the best way I can describe it is, like, I feel like I'm in the fire, but I'm not being burned. If that makes sense. Like, I feel like he's walking with me in the fire. Yeah, all in all, that's how I feel. I think that's all I wanted to share. And I think I did good with picking it up. Picking up the pace, at least. So yeah, I just feel like lately I just been wanting more and more to know who he is, and again for himself to keep revealing himself to me, like I did the very first time that I prayed to God. I remember praying to God to reveal himself to me, and he did. And I remember the exact moment. I was in my mom's house back in Brownsville, Texas. And I remember wanting to know more of who he was for some reason. I wanted to know more about the Bible. So I feel like in that way the Lord softened my heart. And so I think that is a good prayer to pray if you're interested in getting to know who this God is. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share. That was the medical side, with the third chemo being delayed, insurance, having problems with the insurance, my faith being tested there, and then spiritually, this is all that I've been feeling. So I'm happy to share that with you. Of course, I'm open to any questions that you guys have of what I meant when I said this. Questions, comments, concerns, I'm open. Yeah, I'll just close off the video with saying, hopefully I have the same hopeful feeling next time. Bye.